Hello and welcome back to the RPG Academy podcast Twitch channel and stream and YouTube channel and stream and all those other things. My name is Michael and I'm going to be playing some more Final Fantasy today. Not sure exactly how long, probably half an hour, 45 minutes or so. At least that's the plan, fingers crossed. When last we played, I was able to get through the ice cave the first time. I was able to get the float stone or the floater. Unfortunately, one of my characters died, and normally that would be a hard reset for me and would just start over. But I was so very close to the end of the cave that I just said, screw it, and went ahead and came on out. That is a decision that I may come to regret at some point in the future. Don't know yet. We shall see. But basically, right now, I'm just outside of the ice cave. As you can see, my black belt fighter is dead. I believe I've already used an item, but I will just in case here. I'm going to use a tent. That basically is a save. So now I'm kind of stuck with this decision. So the first thing I need to do is get back to civilization so that I can resurrect Hulk and then go get promoted. But as before, I'm going to try my best to not fight anything if I don't have to, because the biggest reason why I don't like it when one of my characters dies is I don't like having a discrepancy between my characters and when they level. Basically, I like them for them to all be the same. Unfortunately, not only did Hulk die, but he died in a fight that I couldn't run from. And upon finishing that fight, it was just enough experience so that all of my other characters leveled. So not only is there a discrepancy between my characters, but there's a level between them now as well, which is just, it's hard for a person like me to accept. I'm sorry, I'm weak, I can't help it. So I don't want to exacerbate that. I don't want to make it any worse. So I'm going to try, fingers crossed, to just run away and get away from everything until I have a chance to resurrect Hulk. And then there's a couple dungeons I want to revisit to actually get the stuff out of them that I've ignored in the past. And then there's one dungeon that's actually pretty tough, and I'm going way out of order here, but it has some items in it that help against instant death attacks. And I want to go back into the ice cave because there's some really good treasure in there as far as items goes. So I want to have that instant death protection on me before I go back into that dungeon. So I want to go way out of order and go to that dungeon soon, not necessarily next. So I'm just going to go to get the airship. It's basically about the same amount of time as it would take for me to get civilization. And once I have it, I don't have to worry about random encounters anymore unless I'm, in certain weird situations. So you come to this area of the desert, this other world, I should say. So here's my world map. Bottom right-ish, you should see my little blinker. That's where I am. And this is where the airship crashed all those years ago. Now that I have the float stone, I can use it and the airship will rise from the desert, and now I have the airship, which is much faster than the regular ship. And again, as long as I'm in the air, there are no random attacks. I never have to worry about running into any fights that I don't want to. I can explore pretty much the entire world, though there are some places that you can't get to directly on the airship. So you kind of have to get close and then use like the canoe or something to get to them. The castle where I went and did my trial of courage to get the rat tail, which I have to have before I go get promoted right now, is one of those places you can't actually get there with the airship. So I kind of went out of order, but that's what I did. The other thing I need to do, and this is boring, I'm sorry, but I need to buy a whole bunch of heal potions. Quite a lot, because I went through like 80 something to get through the ice cave the first time, and I'm going to be going back through it here shortly. So yeah, I'm just going to be sitting here pushing the A button for a little bit and just buying some heal potions, so bear with me. So in a lot of ways, getting promoted, sorry, in a lot of ways, getting promoted is kind of like the halfway point to the game. Because I'm going to it so early, that's not actually the case for me. I've still got probably more of the game left than in front of me than behind me, but it's still gonna go pretty quick towards the end. I want to be at least level 30 and ideally closer to 35 before I actually go and try to defeat the main boss. But I probably will end up being in that final castle dungeon thingy just leveling for a little while. So I'll probably get there before I'm level 30 or somewhere around there, and then just wander in there and do some random encounters and level up a couple times before I'm ready to actually like try to go through that dungeon. But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Still taking some suggestions on what game I play next. Top of my list would be the original Metroid, the original Legend of Zelda. A couple people have mentioned maybe the original Castlevania. I think there's 1 and 2 on the original NES. Or maybe even something Super Nintendo. I do have that emulator as well, the little like NES Super NES Classic. So I have a few games that I'm allowed to play on here through that. So I'll look at those and I don't know, maybe do a poll or just whatever I'm thinking. The thing with Zelda is like, this is session 14 of this game. And again, I've probably got another 15, 20 sessions to go, maybe even more unless I want to do some grinding off air and then come back to it. Zelda probably, again, I used to be able to beat it pretty quickly, but it's like 5-10 hours tops. It's not going to take anywhere near this long. Metroid, I don't remember that game, and there's going to be a whole lot of figuring things out and backtracking and getting lost. So that's another game that will probably take a long time. So part of me is leaning towards Legend of Zelda just because I want to play it because I really like that game, but it's also not the huge time commitment that this game has been. There's also the possibility, not next, but there's a possibility that in the future I will revisit this game again with a different character configuration to see how it goes, better, worse, different, with different characters. But again, that's probably way in the future. So I came down here a couple minutes ago to get started and wasn't realizing it, but I'm actually wearing a green shirt, and the green screen picked that up. So I was basically a floating head. And as funny as I thought that would be, I didn't want to do that. So I had to run upstairs and throw on another shirt. So I'm wearing my Mandalorian t-shirt my kids got me for Christmas. Oh, okay. So I am completely full on healing potions. That isn't too long. So let's buy a few more pure potions here on the way. Alrighty. So now, before we do anything crazy, we're going to head over here to the inn, and for a meager 25 gil, we are going to save our progress. There we go. So now we're locked in. All right. So now we're going to go find Bahamut. And so looking at our world map. So up sort of near the top in the middle, again, there's that sort of chain of islands. Right on the right side, easterly side of those islands is where I went and did the Trial of Courage. Just to the left of that, those islands, that is the Isle of Dragons. I don't know if that's their official name, that's what I call them. And that is where we will find Bahamut. Now there's several islands. So here's the continent. And Bahamut's only in one of them, but in all of these, we will find, not all of them, but some of them will find some treasure as well. So I want to hit all of them. I also do not want to fight anything else. So I will be running from any fights until I get promoted. And then I want to fight a whole lot because I want to get leveled up. And I want to level up as these new characters. Got some new spells that I'm going to want to buy when I get leveled up. So getting some gold now is also a good thing. Excuse me. Well, hello, the Foxblade. Welcome to this special Sunday edition of Final Fantasy. So I got the airship. I got my Hulk character resurrected. And now I'm about to go get promoted. And just gathering some treasure along the way. That one's empty. You'll see this sometimes with the airship. There's certain places you can't land. So like in swampland, it won't let you land the plane, the airship. Same thing here with like in foresty areas. I can't talk today. So that sometimes you have to strategically find a place that will let you land. So yesterday I recorded, not yesterday, day before yesterday, I recorded episode 10 of, again, our secret podcast project. And tomorrow I'm recording episode 11. Hopefully later next week I'll get to 12. So within 2 weeks or so, I should have 13 done. Once 13 done, that's when we're going to start announcing and promoting. So I'm very excited for that. I did not reorder my characters. That was dumb. But hopefully I'll survive this fight. There we go. That's why I invested in some pure potions. Excuse me. Okay. Pretty sure this is where Bahamut's actually at. Okay, I think it must be in the other cave on this island. I think this one's also empty. Yep, it's empty. Probably should be talking to these dragons. I'm sure they're telling me things that are important, but I'll figure it out. Oh, come on. One more fire. Run away, run away, run away, run away. All right, so Wanda shouldn't be at the bottom there. It should be Loki. So speaking of MCU characters, if you haven't heard the news, nerd news, they have officially pushed back the release date of Black Widow. It's no longer releasing in May this year. It got pushed to November. And Eternals, which was slated for November, is now slated for early next year. So basically, they're just pushing everything back one cycle. More changes and date moves could be announced, obviously, in the future, but that's the current plan. So a little disappointed. I would have liked to have seen that earlier, but I understand. So here we go. That is Bahamut, because I have brought them the tail of a rat that I got from the Trial of Courage. Everybody got promoted. So now you can see there's a bit of the character art changes a little bit. So Cap is no longer a fighter. He's a knight. Hulk is no longer a black belt. He's a master. And my white and black mage, respectively, are now white and black wizards. This does open up a few things like certain weapons they can use, certain spells. So, for example, the knight has access to some spells. He doesn't have any yet, but I'll be able to get a few spells as he levels. And then there are certain black and white spells that wizards can cast that mages can't, which is one of the things I want to go do now, because a couple of them are very powerful. One is called Exit, and one is Level, or Warp, I believe. And essentially you can level, like you can magically just go up levels of a dungeon, and the white wizard can get you completely out with one spell, which is really cool. Because for some of these dungeons, you know, once you get what you want from them, you just want out. You don't want to take scenic route. So very cool to be able to just jump out when you're done. There we go. All right, so now I've gotten all the treasures from here. So let's head to I don't remember the name. It's the town that you get right after the world opens up near the Earth Cave, which should be pretty much just south of me. But since I'm in the airship, it's actually going to be just north of me, and that is where I can get those new spells. Here we go. No, this actually wasn't what I was thinking of. It must be maybe the exit's a different spell because I'm pretty sure warp is here. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So the white spell that gets you all the way out in one fell swoop must be a higher level, which makes sense. All right, so fire and warp. Is there anything else I need from this town? Fire, warp. Nope. No, there is not. Let's see what spells I have here. Oh, awesome! So are you using Theater of the Mind? You have a setup? Is it all? Well, I guess it's partly online. Maybe I assume it's online. So do you have like maps and everything going on with it? Cure and harm. What else is it here? Ooh. All right, this is a tough decision. I'm gonna go with life. Yep. Alrighty. Oh, nice. Well, I hope it goes very well. I hope everyone has a good time, and hopefully you also, because I'm a big believer that the DM is also a player, also gets to have a lot of fun. So I want to go north. Okay, so this is one of the towns, and this one I can't get to. Let me see something. Magic. Okay. All right, so this is one of the dungeons I want to go to before I go back through the others. My Hulk character should be just basically one battle away from leveling up, hopefully. Oh, so, wait. So it's 5 players and you have 5 NPCs that they're fighting, so 10 characters in total. Am I reading that right? Oh, wow. No, 10 NPCs. Okay. Good luck with that, my friend, because that's probably that's more than I would want to do. Which I'm not a good combat DM anyways. I never really claimed to be. So that would terrify me trying to run a game with that many NPCs, keep it exciting. But hopefully you will. That's all that matters. So Hulk, what bet he's less than 20 away. Nope, 289. I was way off. Okay, never mind. I didn't realize it was that far. So the dungeon I'm heading to next is I'm like 3 steps in front of where I should be at this point. Um, it's not a terribly difficult dungeon as far as like it's one level and it's pretty straightforward if you kind of know what you're doing. It makes more sense when I get there. But there's a couple fights in it that can be really tough, especially since I'm like 3 or 4 levels lower than I probably should be. But at this point, now that I'm leveled up or promoted, I just want to fight everything I can. I want to get levels as soon as I can. So maybe it'll work out. Oh, excuse me. There we go. So there is a waterfall, and any good fantasy game is going to have holy shnikes, Batman. Okay, that look on my face is like holy camoli, Batman. I'm just gonna try to run this time because that's scary. Uh, that was like hardcore. And dead. Okay. Well, file open. So, wow, that was crazy. So maybe I'm not ready for that yet. I'm gonna try one more time, but I'm gonna pay a little bit more attention to what I'm doing. So the exploit doesn't work as well now, just because I'm such a high level that there's not enough experience each time. Like there's lower levels, but there's another sort of exploit coming up that I'm going to use instead. It's there's a place in the volcano, which is the next dungeon I'm supposed to be going to, that there's a fight every single time. Like I know there's a fight in a certain spot, so you can literally fight every time you want to. There's no wandering around. It's always the same creature, so there's never any surprises like, oh, I'm hoping to get 2 zombies, but instead I got 4 giants. It's only one creature, and it's not necessarily easy, but at my level, I should be able to win several fights in a row pretty easily, and then um, heal up, and then do it again. And it's like 600 something experience each time. So that's good for a couple levels, and it's kind of on the way too. So it's really not as far out of the way as some of the others. The other thing you could do at this point is go to the Earth Cave again. There's that one hallway I mentioned once before where every single step is a giant fight, but it's a variability, so it's not always like 1 or 4. It's sometimes it's 1, sometimes it's 2, sometimes there's like iguana, sometimes there's 2 iguanas. So there's too much randomness in it for me. I like the one in the volcano where it's like I guarantee I step here, I know what I'm fighting, I know what I'm getting from it. So that'll probably be the next place. But just going to get through these other dungeons like I'm trying to do will probably be good for a couple levels as well. So since I'm here, I'm just going to run over to that town. It's right there. Might as well go ahead and save again. And see how much the spells are. Nothing too exciting there. At least nothing I want to spend that much money on just yet. Oh, I think this one might have more than one. Maybe not. Nope. Well, I still should go ahead and hit the end to save my progress. All right, let's try this again. Man, that fight terrified me. So, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by getting murdered. Um, any good fantasy RPG is going to have a hidden cave behind the waterfall. I mean, it's just kind of required, right? So, this game, of course, has a hidden cave behind the waterfall. Whew. Man, that is some scary attacks. I think this is kind of what happened last time. As I went into a fight and I wasn't fully healed. Not that it probably would have mattered too much, but I want to make sure I'm at least at maximum capacity. So here we go. Here's come on. I think isn't this the same fight that killed me? Let's just there's no point. Yeah, there we go. That's much easier. I'm fine with that. Okay, so yeah, now we're in the cave. So it's a one level dungeon, and it's not super complicated. Uh, Basically, you start in the bottom right corner. What you want is in the bottom left corner, but there's nothing else in here. So if you do wander around a little bit, if you get lost, all you're doing is fighting randomly. And these mud goal things here are pretty XP wise. Like, you know, it's 300 for one, and one hit killed it. But sometimes they will attack you in like 3 or 4 at a time. And there's also a like a stone goal or something. It's like the wizard version. And yeah, this is what I probably don't want. I'm probably gonna get turned stone here. But they can cast like fast on the other ones, and so then they hit you for like even harder. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. Wizard mummies. All right. Use a harm spell and the Zeus Gauntlet. So far, so good. Okay. I'll take it. So getting to the point where you have these magic items that let you cast spells essentially without using your own mana or points or whatever, it's definitely a game changer. You get enough of them over time, there'll be some place like if I'm fighting like nine bad guys, it's sometimes easier just to have all of them use one of these things, even if it isn't that powerful, because you hit everybody. It's like an area of effect spell, rather than trying to have your heavy hitters, you know, take out 1 or 2 at a time. Should be getting close. At least I think I'm getting close. Here we go. That was a little bit sad. Come on. You two should be able to take out one mummy. That'll do it. So this is the only actual room in this whole cave here, and there's a robot we get to talk to. This robot's cool. Magic. Oh, definitely don't want to do that. Sleep's fine. You can go to sleep if you want. As long as you don't get turned stone. Because you get turned stone, you don't get experience. So even if I win that battle and I'm able to revive them, doesn't matter. They don't get experience, which is essentially the same as them getting killed in this point. So don't want that. So here's a robot. Robot gives us the cube, and we need the cube to get to the fourth castle. I haven't went through the second one yet, so again, a little bit ahead of time here. All right, so we definitely want that, and we're gonna want this, and then we're gonna want that. This Zeus gauntlet should take out at least some of, if not all of, the regular mummies. Almost. And one that should be able to take out the rest. Oh, I'm a little surprised that the wizard mummy survived that. But that's okay. Now I got both my heavy hitters coming. Bam! Oh no, I didn't. I messed it up. That's right, I had them fight the other thing because I was afraid it might turn somebody to stone. Okay, that's fine. Now they're good. Now it's dead. There we go. Okay, so we found the wizard staff. So the wizard staff, I believe, what does it do? I think it casts like confuse or something. I think that's what it does. I'm still leaving on cap for now. Ribbon. So the ribbon is what will keep me from dying instantly. It's a instant kill defense. And then we have defense, which is a sword. So check our status here. My current damage and hit is 46 and 77. So that's 46 and 77. And now it's 47, 87. That's better. So we will stick with defense. And then we will use our warp spell. Boom, and now we're outside. Now I just have to survive back to somewhere where I can save, so that all this was not for nothing. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Just want to get anywhere where I can touch land. I don't think Loki's much of a runner, and this kind of hedges my bets a little bit if I do have to fight. There we go. Okay, and boom. Should be able to use my cabin here. There we go. Now we've saved. Haha. So now we can fight, because if I die, then it's not a big deal. It's definitely helpful when one hit takes something out. I'll double check what that wizard staff does. Like I said, I think it casts like confuse, but I'm not sure. I don't remember. And we'll have to wait some other time to find out. I might hit up like one of the very first towns, like where the monsters are really weak, and play around with it there, just so I know for sure. Okay. Oh, so close. Yeah, this should be fine. I don't think there's anything on land here that's, knock on wood, I don't think there's anything on the land here that should be able to take me out in like one fight. How close am I to leveling? 2,000. Okay. So now there's another town I want to visit, which is on. Go up and then around the world. Here we go. Nope. Can't land on the rocks. Let's see what spells they have here. Is this the exit one? Nope. Can't remember where that is. I'm sure I'll remember it at some point. I don't think I can cast those spells yet anyway. So instead, let me look at weapons and armor. Iron, ice. Nope, don't want to sell any of that. I can sell that. Sell that. Nope, don't want to sell that. There we go. No, those are what we can buy here. Ooh, pro ring. Definitely want that. So, yes, Wanda will take it. Buy pro ring. Yes, Loki will take it. Buy gold. Yes, Loki. Wasn't able to buy everything. Okay, hold on. So armor. Equip the pro ring. Equip the pro ring. Alrighty. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, why is this so difficult? Gold bracelet, yes. Loki. That was a lot of gold I just went through. But that's definitely going to make my people a lot tougher, which is apparently what I need. Equip gold. And I can trade my cap back for the copper. And then he can sell the cloth and the copper. All right, let's go sell some weapons. So I'm using defense, so I can sell the ice sword. And I can sell the silver sword. Not sure about the wizard staff yet. I can sell that. Nope. And nope. Aha. Okay. I thought there was a town that had more than one magic place. Oh, no, these are level 8s. Okay, not even near close to that yet. All right, so we'll head back to... So I think I need to go back through the marsh cave. If I remember correctly, I didn't get anything from inside there. Then I can do the ice cave, and then I should be ready to actually do the volcano, which is again the second actual dungeon I'm supposed to be in. So I'm gonna fight once right here. Use that wizard staff, because if I don't need it, I can sell it. Maybe buy something I need. Wizard staff. Item cap. Item iron. Item silver. Yep, it casts confusion, which it can be kind of funny. I like it when they fight each other. It's funny, but it's not worth keeping around. Especially, I think it's worth 25,000 to sell it, and it's definitely worth more to me than 25,000 gold. Though only for a little while longer, which is actually, I don't know if funny if it's the right word, but there's a point coming very soon where gold will become immaterial because I'll have so much of it that basically I max out at like 99,000 or 999,000, whatever, and then I just keep buying heal potions over again. But 50,000 is enough for me to go back and get another gold bracelet, which is a really good thing. So I think I'm going to do that, and then I'll probably call it. That'll be about right at 45 minutes. Then I'll take the airship back to the marsh cave, and then I'll probably call it there. And then the next time I jump on, we'll actually go back through the marsh cave. We'll go back through the ice cave. And then the next time we get together, we'll be ready to actually go to the volcano and go someplace new. Wouldn't that be exciting? Right, so sell Loki. Nope. Sell Wanda. Yep. Copper ring. Yep. Buy gold ring. Yep. It's not a ring. It's a bracelet. I think is what it is. Aha. Okay. So I think the marsh cave is like almost perfectly opposite part of the world. Pretty close. It's sad that I don't remember if I actually have gone through the marsh cave all the way or not, but it won't take us too long to find out. There we go. All right, so we will use a cabin here, save our game right where we're at. And next time we get together, I'll go back through the marsh cave, double check. I think I got something there, but I think there's some treasure left behind. Go back to the ice cave, which will still be a really tough dungeon. I may not clear it the first time or two. We may have to try a couple different times. Then I'll be ready to hit the volcano, and that should go pretty quick. And then we'll be moving right along, get through the game. Thanks, the Foxblade, for joining me for a little while. I do hope your game goes really well. Look forward to hearing from you next time on how it went. If anyone else was checking it out, didn't drop in and say hi, totally cool. Happy to have you when you're here. Maybe next time you'll say hello. But till then, bye-bye, everybody. Gotta move this first.